removes from his thinking issues that we deepen the reason why he is a traditional.
So do you think is it not just one leg of it that we are looking at, what's the practice that eroded our traditional values and institutions? What about the place of faith, where a lot of people argue that the importation, the adoption or adaptation into foreign religions has also affected the way we respect our traditional institutions? Because we have a lot of people who don't believe in traditional rights any longer because of their faith. They say that it's at variance with their own faith. So if we still have this in place, or if we have this growing in leaps and bounds, how do you feel this will, give that space or that place that we are asking for the traditional institution to be in place?
That's if we go into this. No. I'm just trying to underscore your own imagination traveling on that line, and you see, it's been a long contest. If you don't mind, I will even say religion, not religion and governance. Faith will be a smaller aspect of religion. I thank you for bringing out that. The debate will be much more than what this program can accommodate. But the simple point I like to make is to say the beauty of the traditional institution is anchored on the practices and custom of the people. By the time you take away that, you have as well taken the shine of the sail. For which reason we needed as a state, as a people, to be sensitive to what makes them thick. They are thick not for self-aggrandizement, but for the safety and survival of our society at those municipal levels. And make no mistake about it, it is what happens in those areas that ultimately graduates to what the society becomes. It is therefore in the enlightened interest of the state to guarantee some measure of stability around that. Look, the traditional ruler alone can determine, without a computer, without any modern means of aggregating data, but can determine the influx or the entrance of a foreigner within his domain. This can happen in less than 24 hours. If you arm the Inspector General of Police with the best of technology, even if they succeed, they may not succeed within that 24 hours. That is the sense in which we make this point, that whereas we have seen quite a number of them commit abominable transgressions and malfeasance, including some of them who were recently convicted for rape in some communities. These are public knowledge. But by and large, in the final analysis, we stand to gain, and I have tried to articulate some of this. Our value systems have completely collapsed because we no longer look in that direction. The faith you talk about, it has been a serious context as to which should be the way. Have we become a lesser people in terms of essence, in terms of being and potentials, because we abandoned who we are and unable to fully understand the one we have embraced religiously?
So there was a way we could have, made them work together, streamline them to operate together. But, talking about entrenching these values in our traditional institutions, we've talked about governance at a grassroots level and the need to create more governing councils to address blind spots in society. That's why some people came out saying that, no, the balkanization of the Kano Emirate was the best thing that had ever happened to Kano State, because it allowed them to feel the dividends of governance. It allowed them to enjoy traditional values and, you know, rights and all of that. You know, for instance, a double, you know,
exercise,
ceremony, events, ceremonies, and all of that. So they believe that that was the best thing that have happened to the Kano people. So, do you not feel that that was a good thing?
So, you create local governments. In short, those who were very creative came with the idea of local development centers, LCDs.
Yeah, LCDs.
And they turn around and find the superstructure, which is the state, promoting the composition of caretaker committees. It is challenged, succeeded or not succeeded. At the end of the day, funds meant for the development you are talking about is also hijacked.
Yeah.
So the point I make is that don't mix the point. Let us not be distracted. The real thing happening is politics, politicization of those centers. The idea is creative, but what has not happened is the motive. The right motive is the one that is suspect. So, whereas you could present that as the main reason why you are doing it, the motive is the one that the political actors are concentrating on. And I have made the point that, oh, you talk of Emirates. So tell me, between the time those Emirates were created in 2019 and now, what is the development that been attracted by reason of that organization?
That's right.
In short, in some states, as they are being created, they are deliberately starved of what they need to operate maximally.
We have less than 2 minutes to round off. So